Right. Fine. So now let's go back to this document. Right. Resource database, right? As I said, okay. Resource database is very crucial database. So in simple words, we can say, okay, a master and resource like a wife and husband kind of thing. Okay. So what and all data that will be stored in the master. So that will be stored in the master. It will be stored physically. The same information will be stored logically in the resource database, guys. Okay. The same information will be stored in the resource database logically. So if there is no master, there is no resource also. And especially other than these objects, resource is responsible for the upgradation. Okay. Resource database is responsible. Okay. Responsible for the upgradation, guys. Upgradation. So that means what? The version bill number, I can say version related information will be stored in the resource database, guys, in the resource database. So whenever you are patching the SQL server, okay, whenever you are patching the SQL server, what exactly you're upgrading, as the version information will be stored in the resource database, which object you're upgrading, guys, can you guess? Which object you're upgrading exactly when you're patching the SQL server or when you're upgrading the SQL server?
Bill numbers.
Resource database you're upgrading. Are you getting the point, guys?
It will
Okay.
depend upon for which the patch is there. Some bugs are there or whatever.
That's what. Like whenever you are patching the SQL server, actually you're upgrading the resource database, guys. So as it is related to the version and all, so that is the reason. Okay, there is no direct role of resource database in the SQL server, in the SQL Server daily operations. So the version related information will be stored in the resource database. So when you are patching the SQL Server, you are actually patching the resource database. The version of the resource database is going to be upgraded. So that is the main, okay, role of the system databases, guys. That is the main role of the resource database actually. Okay. So resource and master, what is the difference here? Whatever things that are storing in the master will be stored physically. Logically, the same data will be stored in the resource database. First thing. Second thing is main use of the resource database is it will store the version of the SQL server, the build number of the SQL server. So when you are upgrading the SQL server, you are actually upgrading the resource database. So interview question. So what exactly you are upgrading when you are patching or upgrading? What exactly, which object is going to be modified, guys? A resource, mainly the resource database is going to be modified because resource database will store the, okay, version of the SQL server resource database. It will store the, yeah, I have already added, right? So when you are patching the SQL server means you are actually patching the resource database, or when you are upgrading the SQL server means you are actually upgrading the SQL server. So that is the role of the resource database, and that is the reason the resource DB is hidden, because master model MSDB, MDB will play a direct role in the SQL server, whereas resource database, other than patching, there is no direct role. Okay, and it is related to the version, right? So version related things and all will be stored, the sensitive data will be stored. So that is the reason Microsoft, okay, they designed like the resource database to be hidden. So resource database you cannot see in the SSMS, guys, because it is not going to play any direct role in the SQL operations. Fine. So that is all about the resource database. Now, why I said wife and husband means, so generally master will start first, right? Generally master will start first when you start the SQL server. As you know that master files in the startup parameters, master data file, master log file, and error log file will start first. So after master, which system database will start? The second system database. Can you guess it?
Resource.
Model.
Resource database.
I feel resource.
resource.
Those who are saying other system database name, okay, that
Are
means what?
unmarried.
Unmarried or even married, they are ignoring.
That is more dangerous.
Natural. Right, okay. So now the thing is master and resource both are, that's why I said both are wife and husband kind of thing. After master, the next system database that will start is resource. Then model, then your temp DB. After model, then temp DB. Finally, MSDB is a kind of an optional system database, right? So finally, MSDB will start. And after MSDB, which databases will start, guys?
User databases.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
MDB.
Master, order of starting the system databases. Okay. Master, resource, model, temp DB, finally MSDB, then user databases. So this is the order, guys. In the interviews, they will ask you this question if you are appearing for more than 8 years of experience or more than or 7 years at least. So not so great question, but there is a chance that they are going to touch these kind of basics also. So master, resource, model DB, temp DB, and finally MSDB. After the system databases, user databases will start, guys. Yes, Raj, please.
Yeah. So this order of restarting database, master, resource, model, temporary, and very irrelevant.
Correct.
Among this, if temporary is corrupted, then we can use the SQL Server. We can so leave the data fields.
TempDB is corrupted. I'm not getting your question. TempDB is corrupted.
Means if TempDB is corrupted, can we use SQL Server? Can we use databases?
No, that's what. See, for every operation will have data processing or sorting will be there, right? If TempDB is corrupted, imagine how the users are going to sort or whatever the operations that
Okay.
whatever queries they are executing, definitely it needs sorting or processing. So where exactly it will be processed in case if your TempDB is not accessible? Or
Yeah, in temp. Okay.
so your SQL server will be down.
If among these, which database can get corrupted and we can still start the SQL Server?
MSDB, you can guess it. You can easily guess it. MSDB.
MSDB. Okay, MSDB.
MSDB. Other than that, if any other system databases are corrupted, resource, there is no chance resource will never corrupt. Okay, if master is corrupted or model is corrupted, if TempDB is corrupted, SQL Server will not start, will not be up and running, guys. Very simple.
And one more question: if TempDB is corrupted, what checklist we should follow
Will be
in order
discussed.
to?
Yeah, will be discussed.
Okay.
Will be discussed. Questions, guys? Any other questions? Is it boring?
No, sir.
No, sir, it's not boring.
Sir, sir, you mentioned like whenever we perform patching or upgradation, resource DB will get updated.
Correct.
We are upgrading resource DB indirectly.
Correct.
Like how we will come to know whether the resource database is updated or not? Like
then only, right? Then only your version will be changed, right? When you patch, definitely the version number has to be changed, right?
yeah.
So that is the reason. The version, the build number itself is storing in the resource. There is no other option. The build number itself is storing the resource in the resource database. So when you patch, definitely the version is going to be changed. The number is going to be changed. That means if the patching is successful, if the resource version is upgraded, then only it is going to be changed in the SSMS. This one, the build number. Okay, if you see the bill number, let me reconnect again. It was disconnected. So if you see the bill number, that whatever it is, okay, 15.0. Okay, 2200 something like that will be there, right? So now imagine you patch the SQL Server with the latest update. So the next class will be patching only. So that number will be changed. When it will be changed, if your resource is upgraded, then only that bill number will be changed. If the resource is not upgraded, the bill number will be changed. That means your patching is failed. This number, okay, 15.0.2000.5.
Okay.
This number, okay, this is actually coming from the resource only. If patching is successful and if resource is upgraded, then only it will be updated here. Otherwise, it will not be updated.
So inside the database in tables, it will
Yes,
get updated this
yes, yes,
information.
yes. It will update. Yes.
Okay.
In every
So
guys,
like TempDB,
whatever data,
yeah.
every data, including system related data, also will be stored in the tabular format only. There is no other format. Okay, all the databases so far, whatever databases are there, all the databases will store the data in the form of tables only. So it will be stored some other table. We don't know what table it is, but it will be stored in the form of tables only. Yes, Sunil.
So,
Yeah, Anil.
for example, temp DB is corrupted, and I'm not using any sorting like where. Can this select asterisk from table and will this query will run? I'm not using any
No,
sorting thing.
no, no,
We
no,
are
no,
having.
no, no. It will not run. It will not run. It will not run. See, first of all, if the TempDB is not accessible itself means you cannot open the TempDB. For example, if TempDB is corrupted, I cannot open it from here. Okay, or I cannot open it from here. It will simply throw you the error. TempDB is not accessible. Once it found that TempDB, there is no again partial corruption and all. Okay, don't think if it is partially corrupted, it will be accessible. No, if it is, if the database is not accessible, by default, it has to daily check with the every second. It has to check with the TempDB, right? So it will not accessible. If TempDB is not accessible, you cannot run even direct queries also in the TempDB. Any other questions, guys? No? Are we good? Okay. So take a break, come back after 15 minutes. Okay. We'll discuss the other things, guys. And yeah, 1 minute, just 1 minute. Build the tech, build the content. And fine. So now let's discuss one more small point, database IDs. Okay. So every object, as I said, every object will have an ID, right? So databases also will have database IDs. Tables will have table ID or object ID. So sometimes they will ask you what is the DB ID of DB ID, database ID. What is the DB ID of master? What is the DB ID of model? So like that, you might get questions on that database IDs. So can you guess what will be the DB ID of master, guys? Master DB ID, database ID.
1.
Okay, your
One.
database ID starts from 1. Database IDs
One.
starts from 1. So what do you think? What is the database ID of master?
Can
Right?
can we
One.
run
One.
You can guess it easily. One only. Okay, one. And what is the who comes next after master?
Resource.
What do you think?
First.
Very good.
Second.
Okay, very good.
Templates.
Very good. But here, in
Model.
terms of ID, in terms of ID, resource as it is not visible in the SSMS, so resource you cannot see the database ID directly. So after that, what do you think which one is critical database?
Model.
Temp-
Model.
Very good, model only, but model anyhow will help you to create the new databases. Directly or indirectly, it don't play any role in terms of processing. So now tell me what is the other system database will play a key role in
Then
database?
TempDB.
TempDB.
TempDB. Okay. So master 1, TempDB 2. Then what do you think which is the important system database?
Model.
Model
Model.
3,
Model.
Model 3
Model
and
3,
MSDB 4.
MSDB 4. And user database IDs will start from dash
Five.
5. Very good. Okay. User database IDs will start from 5. Very good. And how many databases we can create in the SQL Server?
32,700.
32,767.
32761. The
767.
3276.
Okay. Fine. Now tell me, guess what will be the, don't tell the answer, Roja. What will be the ID of the this
Yeah,
one?
I know the answer, but
Don't tell them.
That 32,767 something.
Something else.
32767.
Very good. Okay. You know the answer. Let me show you the answer as well. So here, if you see here, you can see the answer on the screen itself, the same table. Okay. See, master 1. Okay. temp DB 2, model DB 3, DBID column, okay, and MSDB 4, and user databases started from 5, Geomart orders, Geomart sales, and the seventh one, which is like the last user database. And see here, what is the idea of resource database?
32767.
Interview question. Okay, so the idea of resource database is 32,767, guys. Okay, so just want to tell the same. So that is all about the system databases. So in the next, I mean to say after the break, we are going to discuss about the patching. Okay, we'll start the patching. We don't do patching today, but the process will be discussed first. The next class will go ahead with the patchings, guys. Okay, database IDs, master 1, temp DB2, model 3, MSDB4,
MS4
resource DB.
3270.
If you want to remember, okay, anyhow, master 1, you all knows. Okay, MSDB 4. 4 means like here you can see 4 letters are there, right? So 4, 4. M will come together. So if MSDB is 4, definitely model will be 3 only. Okay, so model and MSDB both are completed. So the pending one is temp DB. So temp you can just simply remember the pending number is 2. So master 1, temp DB2, model 3, MSDB 4, and finally resource DB 2007. So yes, okay, take a break, come back after 15 minutes. We'll start the patching session, guys. Okay.